Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 Custom Season for Race 536. Today we are going to be at the North Carolina Speedway for the running of the Subway 400. The four drivers that have punched tickets into the playoffs as of right now: Sterling Marlin, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jarrett, and Matt Kenseth. They are in the 16-man playoffs, which will start at Darlington. In terms of point standings, we ain't doing so hot. We're sitting in 24th. Well, see where the winners are. Kenseth is 12th in points after his win at California. Marlin is 7th after his win in the 500. And then you got Dale Jarrett 2nd in points, Jeff Gordon 3rd in points, and Mark Martin, who is currently our points leader. Got 98 laps today, so it's the longest race we have so far this season up to this point, because we got 125 laps at Bristol, and same at Martinsville as well. So it could be a race of attrition this afternoon. Most likely. Coming to the green flag, you want to keep that car close to the inside wall and then arc it hard and the bottom lane as best as you can. That way you can have a clean line off the corner. Coming off turn 2, you want to get that car basically right near the wall and then glue it right on the bottom for turn 3. Coming out of turn 4 to get to the start-finish line, you want to be at least 158 miles an hour, if not quicker, into turn 1 before hitting the brakes and letting the car roll off into turn 2. Lather, rinse, repeat when you get down into turn 3. So we'll be starting today in the 16th position. I got a little tight during qualifying, so here are today's track facts. North Carolina Speedway was opened in 1965 and it seats a little over 60,000 people. The track has 22 to 25 degrees of banking in the corners, 8 degrees on the front and back stretch. The winner's purse will pay out $157,000 today. The track record historically was set in February of 2000 by Rusty Wallace. Let's go trackside to Joe Moore and Barney Hall.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Speedway for today's race, the Subway 400. Drivers say this place can be one difficult track to master.
Well, this track is deceiving to drivers who are new here. It's wide and fast in most places, but in the corners, they'll have to slow up more than they expect. Otherwise, the wall will sneak up and fight them on the exit, especially in turn 2.
This is a much-needed break for Mike Skinner.
I could tell by the look on his face this morning how happy he was. I didn't even have to ask. Great to see him starting up front for a change.
We really haven't seen a good finish this season from Ryan Newman.
And a good finish would go a long way in boosting that team's morale. I guarantee it would make a whole lot easier to come to these racetracks.
The Windcraft car has really shown some muscle in his qualifying this year.
Oh yeah, and that makes it so much easier on race day also. When there isn't much traffic, it makes your race a lot less stressful as a driver.
Jimmy Spencer is on the pole with Michael Waltrip to the outside. And let's take a look at your starting lineup.
Target Dodge, and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Starting in row 2 will be the Dodge dealer UAW Dodge and the 23 car. In row 3 are the Kodak Chevrolet and the Dale Jr. Chevrolet. In row 4 are the 12 car and the Team Rusty Ford. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the 99 car and the UPS Ford. The 6th row has the Harbor Bay Ford and the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet. In row 7 are the Cheerios Dodge and the 16 car. Mark Martin, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start towards the front. In the 9th row, we have the DuPont Chevrolet and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In the 10th row are the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge and the M&M's Pontiac. Starting the race for row 11 are the 45 car and the Tide Ford. The 12th row has the Ganassi Racing Dodge and the Lowe Chevrolet. Starting the race for row 13 will be the 26 car and the Valvoline Pontiac. In row 14, we have the 21 car and the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge. Starting from row 15 will be the Home Depot Pontiac and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. In the 16th row are the 63 car and the Avalon Ford. In the 17th row are the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the Caterpillar Dodge. In the 18th row are the Singular Martha Chevrolet and the Bam Racing Dodge. Starting the race for row 19 are the 27 car and the Pennzoil Chevrolet. The 20th row has the America One-Line Chevrolet and the UAW Delphi Chevrolet. Starting the race for row 21 will be the 98 car and the 46 car. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the Square D Chevrolet.
So there's the 43 drivers starting today. Jimmy Spencer and Michael Waltrip will be on the front row for the Subway 400. Bit of a special paint scheme today driven by Kevin Harvick. Obviously, they're back to his rookie year car. This was the site of his very first Winston Cup start. That was kind of called upon last second after the death of Dale Earnhardt. So to celebrate that, he will be driving his first Rookie of the Year car. First car he ran in 2001. Last week's winner, Matt Kenseth, will be starting a little far back in the field today. We got 98 laps, race 5:36. Beautiful day for a race. Great qualifying run by John Andretti. Looks like Matt Kenseth starting pretty well outside the top 25. Pace car is off. Jimmy Spencer, Michael Waltrip, bring him down. We're underway at the Rock. Well, look at Dylan Murray force his way down on Mark Martin, and that worked too. And he's already going to try to take John Andretti 3 wide coming off turn 4. Jimmy Spencer and Michael Waltrip had a terrible start, and it looks like we got Bill Elliott out front here leading the first lap. Bill Elliott, it's still fighting with Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy Spencer went to the inside. Looks like Spencer will lead that lap. with Mike Skinner and Jeff Burton behind him, as Dylan Roy tries to take 7th from Kurt Busch. He takes the spot. Spencer is able to clear Mayfield. Sorry, it was Mayfield, not Elliott. Both drivers drive the same cars. Newman up the racetrack. He needs a good run here. His best finish was back in Vegas earlier this year where he finished 7th. Here's Mike Skinner taking the lead from Jimmy Spencer. Dylan Murway has just torn his way through the field. And they're still side by side. Earnhardt Jr. has been trying to look under Dylan Murway. Jeff Burton gets into Mayfield. Mayfield loses some spots. Skinner and Spencer fight for the lead heading towards turn 1. Dylan tries to join the party. 3 cars under a blanket right now. Skinner holding them up. Mark Martin has come up to 4th. Kevin Harvick is trying to join the party up in 6th. As Dylan Murway is going to use the bumper on Mike Skinner. Can he get the lead at the line? He leads by probably 0.3 of a second. Going into turn 1, he's going to bring Mark Martin, the points leader, with him. Martin takes it back. Intense start to the first 6 laps today at Rockingham. Dylan Murway trying to set up Mark Martin here at the line. He's going to try to tuck it in on the bottom. Mark Martin covers the spot. Dylan Murway trying to hold that line. He's all over the 6. He could get him at the line. Martin has the lead. Can Dylan take it into turn 1? He's got it. Martin's still hanging on the outside. So now the top 3 is settled down with Mark Martin, Dylan Murway, and Jeff Burton, the top 3. Everybody else looks like Waltrip is sitting in 4th. You're on board the Windcraft Chevrolet. They're still neck and neck off 2. There's contact between Martin and Murway. Murway charges in on Mark Martin. He's going to try to hold the spot. Here comes Jeff Burton. So now Dylan Murway's got to cover 2 Roush cars. Burton up to 2nd. Jeff Gordon started 17th today. He's up to 5th already here on lap number 10. Dylan Murway has the spot. Burton is still there. He's on the inside. Burton takes the spot. Burton up the track. He's going to lose a couple spots here. Now Burton falls to 4th, and he's under attack from Jeff Gordon. Mark Martin forcing his way in on the inside, takes the lead. Junior trying to force his way under Dylan Murway on the apron almost. So now the top 5 is Martin, Murway, Junior, Burton, and Gordon. The top 5 here as we are on lap number 12 of 98 this afternoon. Dylan trying to get the power down off of the outside lane. And he's going to try now arc it straight to the inside. Martin down low, Murway up high. Looks like I guess at this point they're just trying to feel each other out, seeing what they have for later, because we know this track is notorious for shredding tires and tire wear, and possibly long green flag runs. So both of these cars don't try to risk doing anything stupid to tear up your car here. Dylan Murway trying to look under Martin again. Takes the lead probably by about half a car length. Going into turn 1. Mark Martin looking on the outside. A little bit of contact. Martin into the wall. And Dylan Murway will now settle in out front. Mark Martin starting to search into maybe move up into the middle lane, kind of follow a similar line that Dylan Murway is running. He's able to get a lot of power down off the corner. Murway goes high, Martin goes low, and Martin's able to really close up on the 121 here at the line. Over that spot. Going to have to. Martin down low. Looks like he's going to try to take the lead back. We got 5 cars under a blanket at this point. So I got Dylan Murway, Mark Martin, Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, and Jeff Gordon, the top 5. A little bit of contact between the 6 and the 121. Martin takes the lead. Now Earnhardt Jr. is going to try to look to the inside. Dylan Murway is going to cross under Mark Martin. Great racing here early on in North Carolina. Dylan Murway nearly takes the lead. He takes it, loses up the track. Martin can take it off too. A lot of lead changes between these two. They're racing each other hard. I thought Dylan Murway was going to let the field settle down. But, oh, no, he wants to play. He wants to win. Earnhardt Jr. is going to go with him to the inside, almost forcing it 3 wide. Murway up the track almost, barely keeps the lane. And Martin gets the wall. Dylan is clear going down the backstretch. Now Earnhardt Jr. is up in second. Gordon has gotten by Burton for 4th. Earnhardt Jr. trying to look to the outside. Martin comes back looking to settle in 3rd. A little bit of contact. Wow. Look at the donut marks on the 6. At tracks like this, if you got donut marks on the right side of your car, you've been racing. If you got donut marks on the left side of your car, you've been raced. And the 6 and the 121 have been racing. Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead to the roar of the crowd. Dylan Murway right to the back bumper. Jr. up the track. Looks like Waltrip's coming back to the party with Kevin Harvick. So we got 7 cars nearly within a second of each other going into turn 1. Jr. crossing all the way down low here. He's going to bring Jeff Gordon down the backstretch. Dylan Murway is going to try taking 3 wide in the middle. Someone's going to have to give. Earnhardt Jr. leads. Now Jeff Gordon takes the spot. Earnhardt Jr. goes up the track. Mark Martin joins the party. We got 3 cars all within inches of each other heading towards turn 3. Murway trying to look under Gordon for the lead. He's got probably a car length on the 121. Dylan Murway charges the corner here in turn 1. Dylan Murway and Jeff Gordon continue to bang into each other. Murway holding Gordon on the outside lane. 4 cars within a blanket. Jeff Burton comes back into the party. Now here comes Dylan Murway trying to almost break the draft. Wow. Murway up high. Jr. comes back. Whoa, Martin gets loose. Dylan Murway touches. They save it. Gordon coming on the outside. Can't quite get in there. Earnhardt Jr., Dylan Murray, Gordon, Jeff Burton, and Mark Martin, the top 5. Junior cross, leaving the bottom open at the line. Murray takes the spot back. I don't know how many lead changes we've had up to this point. Junior gets into the wall. So now Gordon and Murray are going to go at it here for the lead. Murray up high, Gordon down low. They're going to hold the spot. He leaves kind of half a lane there for Jeff to look. Jeff trying to look to the inside at the line. Murray still trying to cover the spot. Now Michael Waltrip has moved into the top 5. Gordon looking to the inside of Murray for the lead. They're still holding on each other. They touch. Murray still leads that lap. Gordon on the outside lane. Now Gordon takes the lead back. Murray leading the lane wide open. Gordon leading the lane wide open. Murray will fill up that spot. Murray leads that lap. Dylan Murray's been kind of going toe-to-toe with Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., and a little bit with Jeff Burton, and he's held his own. I'm impressed, especially at a track like Rockingham, which historically has been bad to rookies. Dylan Murray is holding his own. Gordon crossing onto the inside. He's still blocking him. Now Harvick has moved into the top 5. But out front, we got 4 cars all within inches of each other. This is some awesome racing. Gordon up the hill. Murray with the lead. Gordon falling to 4th. Oh, sorry, 3rd. Murray hits the apron up the track. Gordon comes back almost. And he takes the lead. Junior tucks in behind Martin. Gordon clears Dylan Murray going into turn 3. He's on that. He's using the apron to pass him. That kind of didn't work. A little bit of contact with Gordon. Earnhardt Jr. coming into the inside. He's just running him all over the place. They're running each other all over the place. Dylan Murray takes the spot. Now Earnhardt Jr. has moved back to 2nd. "34 laps complete here at working lap 35 in the Subway 400, and some amazing racing the past 20 laps between 4 cars. And looks like 5 because Kevin Harvick's going to join the party here shortly. Earnhardt Jr. trying to take a shot on the outside lane. He's used up the left side of Junior's car. They touch. Gordon making it 3 wide for the lead. Harvick in 5th. All this racing has basically brought Kevin Harvick right back to the brink of things. Dylan Murray led that by 0.02 of a second going into turn 1. Look at the right side of Gordon's car. He's been rubbing the paint off. There's a lot of donut marks. He's been doing a lot of racing. You see the left side of Dylan's car, he's been raced. Gordon has the lead. Barely takes the lead. Has it going into turn 1. Murray holds the spot. I thought he was going to save his tires with Mark Martin earlier. No, he wants to lead and a win. He wants to party. Gordon with the lead. Harvick has moved into third. Kevin Harvick, driving that same paint scheme he ran with in 2001, is taken third. Gordon looks down low. Murray way up the racetrack. Looks like Gordon will have the lead. They touch. Dylan Murray will take the lead here at the line. Harvick trying to cover Mark Martin. Now Gordon has the lead. Kevin Harvick looking to the inside. Oh, he's on the apron. Same place Dylan went earlier to try to pass Gordon. That kind of didn't work. Dylan Murray's just been running everybody ragged like it's a short track. Using everybody's stuff up. Looks like it's brought Dale Jarrett into the mix. Murray gets the wall. Now Gordon takes the lead. Amazing racing here at Rockingham. Amazingly fun, too. Look at that. Dylan Murray was borderline pushing Jeff into turn one. Dylan takes the spot. Russ looks Michael Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt Jr. up there. And it's trying to get near the top five. Dylan Murray takes the lead. They're going to be pitting the next couple laps. Rusty Wallace is up here. Martin up, trying to look into the inside. Rusty Wallace joins the party. Martin on the apron. Dylan holding him down there off two. Murray trying to look under Martin at the line. Takes the lead. Looks like they're going to be starting green flag pit stops here in the next 2 laps or so. So you might see some cars heading to pit road. How many lead changes have we had so far in this little stretch? Murray still holding Mark Martin down. He's got probably a car length on him. So it is Murray, Martin, Jr., Gordon, and Wallace, the top 5. Dale Jarrett in 6th. Murray takes the lead at the line. He's blocking Mark Martin like crazy. I think we might see somewhat. Martin might use the bumper later if those two are going for the win. There may be a bumper involved, I have a feeling. So we got 6 cars all within a blanket in knots, really using their equipment up. Somehow Dylan Murray is able to hold this lead going into turn 1. He's got about 0.3 of a second on Mark Martin. Martin with the lead. Looking to the inside. Oh, contact. Murray had the lead and almost got crashed going into turn 1. Gordon drops to 6th out of all this. Dale Jarrett is going to try to join the party here in 3rd. Martin up the hill. Cars coming to pit road. Wallace makes contact with Martin. Wow. I'm out of breath right now after that run. Kurt Busch is up to 4th after a green flag stops. I think he'll probably pit next time by. A lot of cars coming down pit road. .49 laps complete here at the Rock. We're working, just began lap 50. Earnhardt Jr.'s closed up. I think I saw Jimmy Johnson up there in fourth on that stat sheet. And here comes Dylan Murway, looking like he's going to come in this time. Wow, amazing racing here at the Rock early on in this this stretch. As we got cars coming down pit road. He's ran this like a short track, and I love it. Now Dylan Murway comes out of pit road, right behind Jeff Green. So while we do that and while we let everything settle down, let's go ahead and take a look at the race stats up to this point. So let's go ahead and show off the top 20 off the running order up to this point. So Jeff Gordon is your leader. Ricky Craven is in second. Kevin Harvick is third. Earnhardt Jr. fourth. Scott Wimmer fifth. Casey Kane sixth. Dale Jarrett seventh. Tony Stewart eighth. Ward Burton ninth. And Ryan Newman in 10th. 11th is Rusty Wallace. 12th is Mark Martin. 13th is Jeff Burton. 14th is Michael Waltrip. 15th is Kurt Busch. 16th is Ricky Rudd. 17th is Jimmy Johnson. 18th is Jimmy Spencer. 19th is Matt Kenseth. And 20th is Jeremy Mayfield. 21st is Mike Skinner. 22nd is Robbie Gordon. 23rd is Bill Elliott. 24th is Jerry Nadeau. 25th is Jeff Green. 26th is Dylan Murway. 27th is Bobby Labonte. 28th is Kyle Petty. 29th is Greg Biffle. And 30th is Ken Schrader. 31st is Steve Park. 32nd is Johnny Benson. 33rd is Jamie McMurray. 34th, you got John Andretti. 35th, you got Terry Labonte. 36th, you got Frank Kimmel. 37th, you got Bobby Hamilton. 38th, you got Todd Bodine. 39th, you got Shane Hall. And 40th, you have Elliott Sadler. 41st is Shauna Robinson. 42nd is Casey Atwood. And Sterling Marlin has fallen out of the race with engine troubles. He was out at lap 32. Marlin is the only car out of the race up to this point. So drivers who have spent time out front, Dylan Murway has led 28 laps. Mike Skinner has led 2 laps. Mayfield has led 1 lap. Jimmy Spencer has led 1 lap, so 4 leaders. Mark Martin has led 9 laps, so 5. Earnhardt Jr. has led 2, and Jeff Gordon has led 9. So 7 leaders among I don't know how many lead changes. And it looks like Jeff Gordon and Dylan Murway are making their way to pit road. So this means Mark Martin will probably shuffle around as the new race leader up to this point, unless we get a caution to help matters. Remember, Mark Martin pitted with that first wave with Rusty Wallace when him and Rusty got together coming into pit road. See how things shake out up to this point. Dylan Murway trying to look under Nadeau for 22nd. And he will take that spot. Kyle Petty coming with him. We've ran 53 laps up to this point without a caution. As it looks like we got the leader coming in. Dylan Murway will unlap himself. on the racetrack, as looks like Jeff Gordon has come down pit road, so we should see the next wave come down very shortly. Jeff Green has crossed under Dylan Murray for 21st. As you got Mike Skinner and Robbie Gordon fighting for the top 20. In the middle of this stretch of green flag stops. Murray closing up on Skinner for 19th. And he takes the lead, so you got 2 cars battling for position there. 3 cars, I'm sorry. You got Jeff Green still in 21st. So it looks like we may have a caution in order for Dylan Murray to get back into this mix. So how the things settle down. Kevin Harvick and Dale Jarrett were able to maximize some pit strategy. And Green goes around. Right, looks like he hit somebody. Couldn't tell who that was, but the caution has come out. First one of the day here on lap 58. Didn't tell who hit him. Looks like Jerry Nadeau is the one that got into the back of him as Green came up. Oh, Kyle Petty. Wow. Kyle Petty with a big hit. Somehow everybody unlapped themselves up to this point. Getting back onto the lead lap. So Bobby Labonte trying to battle with Dylan Murray for position off of turn 2. Jeremy Mayfield, he led a couple laps out front early today, along with Jimmy Spencer, the pole sitter, and Mike Skinner, who led 1 lap out front this afternoon. So now in this stage of the race, Kevin Harvick and Dale Jarrett are out front. And how about Kevin Harvick? What a story that would be. Because this was the site that Richard Childress called up Kevin Harvick from the NASCAR Busch Series to take the shoes and the car of a legend. This was the site. This was the very site back in 2001 where the Goodwrench Chevrolet hauler rolled into Rockingham with a new look, new colors, new paint scheme, and a brand new number. But with a new driver, with 2000 Busch Series Rookie of the Year, Kevin Harvick at the helm. Kevin Harvick obviously won in that great battle at Atlanta in 2001 against Jeff Gordon in his 3rd career Winston Cup start. And I guess you can say the rest is history. Up to that point. And that same paint scheme was designed just like Earnhardt's was, with the predominantly black-colored base with gray pinstriping at the bottom with red trim to bring them out a little bit. And what a story that this track 1 year later in 2002, Kevin Harvick goes to victory lane at the Rock. What a story that would be. As Kevin Harvick and Dale Jarrett, they pitted first, so they're probably going to have the worst tires out of the bunch. As Harvick is shuffled to 4th, he's battling with Rusty Wallace for 3rd. So now I got 4 cars, Jarrett, Jr., Harvick, Murway, and Wallace, the top 5. Murway takes the spot and looks under Kevin Harvick for the lead, for third. Earnhardt Jr., Dale Jarrett battling for the race lead here with 21 laps to go, or 22, I'm sorry. 1 caution, so we got 2 cars out of the race. Sterling Marlin fell out lap 32. Jeff Green fell out just a little while ago. Jeff Green is okay. He is released from the infield care center. So that is some good news. Hopefully he'll be ready to go to the Homestead Roval next week. Dylan Murway under Dale Jarrett. He's going to move him up the racetrack. Wallace sticks in there 3 wide. Thinks better of it. So we got 4 cars in a blanket. Earnhardt Jr. enjoying some time out front. Harvick has fallen back to 6th after restarting out front a little while ago. Earnhardt Jr. leaving the bottom open. Dylan Murway trying to take the lead. Jr. still holds even. And they're still neck and neck here at the line. Jr. has the lead by 32 100ths of a second. Murway way up the racetrack. Rusty Wallace to the point. That was Dylan Murway. You think he pushed Jr. into that corner. We got 5 cars in the blanket. Jr. and Murway get into the wall. Dale Jarrett is back in second. Jeff Gordon up in third. Jarrett down low. He takes the spot. Murway running Jarrett up the racetrack. I think with the damage that he's got, that's going to probably cause a debris caution here. If a part falls off and a driver runs over it and cuts a tire and hits the wall. Earnhardt Jr. leads. This has been Dylan Murway has had a very physical race with many drivers. Some have liked it, others, well, not so much. Listen to what Mark Martin had to say earlier in the race. We just got some radio from him. That 121 car hits me in the door. I swear to God, I'm going to park him. I ain't fucking around with his ass. He's doored him and Gordon pretty much every lap for the past 15 laps, and he's going to get his ass dumped if he does that. And that's how Mark Martin feels. Kind of unexpected to hear Mark Martin angry. And got a caution. Somebody must have hit that debris. The hood has fallen off the 121. Did somebody run over the hood? Is the question. As Earnhardt Jr. and Dylan Murway are going to race each other to the caution. And Jr. will get it at the line. Nobody went up into the wall, which is good news. Because that metal gets into the tire and cuts it, someone's going into the wall. $19 laps to go when we get the green flag. Great restart by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Matt Kenseth has made his way up to top 5 out of all this. Battling Rusty Wallace for 4th. Dylan Murway is just using up his tires. Very unusual to see a rookie be able to make it this long. Junior into the wall. Dylan Murway just moves Junior up the racetrack. Here comes Jeff Gordon. There's going to be a lot of people waiting outside that 121 pit box after the race, probably with baseball bats, crows, and crowbars. Not necessarily in that order. Gordon leads. Dylan Murway closes up on him. Murway runs Gordon up the track. Gordon kisses the wall. Gordon crosses under him. They're all over each other. Gordon, he's putting the bumper to Dylan Murway. And Gordon has the spot. They're still side by side at the line. Gordon barely leads that lap. Dylan Murway forces Jeff Gordon on the apron. They bang, they touch. Up the track goes Murway. Somehow they get out of it. Gordon forcing the apron. Up the track goes Gordon. That brings Kenseth into the mix. Remember, Matt Kenseth waiting back here in third. He'd love to make himself the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Kenseth in second. Gordon on the inside. Who does Dylan block? Kenseth uses the momentum on the outside. Jarrett follows Kenseth. Dylan Murway's led the most laps up to this point. Kenseth takes the lead. Jarrett in second. This has been exciting. This has been some great racing here. Jarrett, he's throwing a block. Big block, too, on the 121. Probably wouldn't be a good idea because Dylan Murway will just hit you. Here comes Murway trying to take the lead from Kenseth. Gordon was on the apron, and that may have shot Gordon's chances. 10 to go at the line. So now Kenseth and Gordon take the spot, just like California last week. Gordon takes the lead back. Nine to go. 3 wide for the lead in turn 1. Dylan Murway takes the spot. Kenseth falls to third. Gordon looking to the inside. Inside, outside, contact, both into the wall. Gordon all the way to the apron. That may have taken Gordon out of it. Dylan Murway, Matt Kenseth, they're still banging into each other. Dale Jarrett's up there. There now. We're going to see another debris caution here. Bobby Labonte, he was a lap down earlier, and he started out way out back. He could have a shot at this. Jarrett's on the apron. Again, still neck and neck off the corner. They bumped 3 times off the corner. Murway up the track into Dale Jarrett. Here comes Bobby Labonte on the inside. Murway is able to move Labonte up the racetrack. Labonte into the wall. Here comes Tony Stewart coming back. A lot of lead changes. Dylan Murway covering pretty much every base. This is like a Talladega race. Look at that. There's comers, goers. If you lose positions, you lose multiple positions. Kurt Busch up there. Dylan's into the wall. Ryan Newman is now up there in 4th. Oh, this is unbelievable. 5 laps of racing to go. Caution. Dylan Murway loses the hood. Another debris yellow. They race back. Kurt Busch up the racetrack. And Dylan Murway will come to the caution flag here with 5 laps to go. This is going to be good. Oh, man, this is going to be big. Oh, my God. 2 laps to go here at Rockingham. 1 lap here. Can Dylan Murway get his first career win? He's going to cover Kenseth. He's going to have to block like crazy if he wants to win this. His tires are worn, but he could do it. Into 3. Murway comes out at turn 4, and he will get his first career win at the Rockingham. How about this? Fifth different winner in the first 5 races this season. Here at Rockingham. Oh my goodness. Blow it up. Who cares? They'll be partying well into next week. As Dylan Murway lets the car just roll.
We've seen a lot of different leaders in this one.
Oh, yeah, there were a lot of cars out there that could have won this thing. Lots of different leaders means one thing. Lots of very strong race cars.
The Windcraft car comes away with a win.
And rightfully so. He was fast all race long. That whole team deserves a lot of credit for a great win.
This has been an MRN broadcast of live NASCAR Winston Cup racing. Until next time, so long and have a great day.
How about this? On New Year's Eve, Dylan Murway does something many people don't normally expect out of a rookie. Is able to hold off the field on a late 1-lap restart to come away with the win here at North Carolina. How about that? First career win, tires worn. He almost crashed off of turn 2 with Jeff Gordon. How they didn't crash and how Dylan Murway didn't lose that race, because he should have won California too, but tires got the best of him there. How about this? So let's look at the race stats. 39 lead changes in this race. That's a Rockingham record. And everybody led at the line by this much. This much. So, post-race stats, Dylan Murway has earned $157,000, 3 caution flags for 6 laps, 39 lead changes. The race took a little over 51 minutes. Almost 52. Dylan Murway, average speed 116.10 miles an hour. Margin of victory 9/100ths of a second. Dylan Murway has won today at Rockingham. Matt Kenseth finished second. Ricky Rudd finished third. Jeff Burton fourth. Ryan Newman, 5th. Great run for him. He needs that to get out of the hole he's in. Robbie Gordon finishes 6th. Bill Elliott finishes 7th. Earnhardt Jr. finishes 8th. Kurt Busch, 9th. And Rusty Wallace, 10th. 11th is Ricky Craven. 12th is Michael Waltrip. 13th is Tony Stewart. 14th is Johnny Benson. 15th is Bobby Labonte. 16th is Dale Jarrett. 17th is Kevin Harvick. No feel-good story there for him. 18th is Jeff Gordon. 19th is Mark Martin. 20th is Ken Schrader. 21st is Steve Park. 22nd is Jimmy Johnson. 23rd is Shane Hall. 24th is Kyle Petty. 25th is Jeremy Mayfield. 26th is Ward Burton. 27th is Scott Wimmer. 28th is Todd Bodine. 29th is Casey Kane. 30th is Elliott Sadler. 31st is Jimmy Spencer. 32nd is Jamie McMurray. 33rd is Shauna Robinson. 34th is Mike Skinner. 35th is Bobby Hamilton. 36th is Terry Labonte. 37th is Casey Atwood. 38th is Jerry Nadeau. 39th is Greg Biffle. And 40th is Frank Kimmel. 41st is John Andretti. 42nd is Jeff Green. And Sterling Marlin ends up finishing last in 43rd. So, going to throw a calculator here. Jeff Green ended up 41 laps down. Sterling Marlin ended up 67 laps down. Look at see how many drivers led laps today. Curious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 drivers, 39 lead changes. That is insanity. For a 1-mile racetrack like Rockingham, 12 drivers, 39 lead changes, that's insane. So with that, Dylan Murway has automatically moved into the playoffs with that win as we head to probably the first big test of the season, the Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course. Take a look at the awards for the week. Dylan Murway inching closer to playoffs, even though he's 16th in regular season points. So, weekly award, Jimmy Spencer won the pole award. Dylan Murway earned the Gatorade Frontrunner Award. Matt Kenseth won the All Charged Up Award. Bill Elliott had the EA Sports Fast Pace Award. Dylan Murway was the best finishing rookie of the race with his win. And Kurt Busch made the craziest pass in the race. Therefore, he earns the EA Sports Move of the Race Award. Jimmy Johnson still is out front the Ray Bestis Rookie of the Year standings. Only for Jimmy Spencer has added his name to the Budweiser Shootout roster of 2003. Jackpot 5, the next race will be at Richmond. And before you go, I've added 2 more opportunities for you, the fan, to decide what I drive and design the paint scheme. So, anyways, I'll get to those in a bit. Chevrolet still has a 2-point lead over Ford in the Manufacturer Championship. And Dylan Murway has shot up to 3rd in the EA Sports Lap Champion Award with 52 laps led this season. Jeff Gordon has led 84. "17 drivers have spent time out front. The races I will also add to the list will be the Keystone State 500 and the Pepsi 400. is when you can choose and design which paint scheme I run. So again, just to recap, I am still taking submissions for the initial 4 races of the Aaron's 499 at Talladega, Brickyard 400 at Indy, Motor City 400 at Michigan, and the California 500 in California in the playoffs. You also have the Pepsi 400 at Daytona as an option, and the Keystone State 500 at Pocono. So, next time, tune in for race 6 of 36 in the new year for the Homestead Miami Speedway Roval for the Homestead Miami 400K. Those of you who are going to go out and party tonight, please stay safe, have a good time, and let's get the hell out of this year, shall we?